Math practice usually means quiet rooms, pencils scratching on paper, and solitary worksheet drills. But we can build mental flexibility and fact fluency for numbers 2 through 12 with a lot more energy. That is where dice slap multiplication comes in. To get started, you need 2 players sitting face to face and 4 standard 6-sided dice. This chart shows a complete 12 by 12 multiplication factor grid, and it will act as the ultimate judge for any mathematical disputes during the game. By adding physical movement and talking to a partner, you turn rote memorization into an engaging collaborative experience. Step 1 is setting up the board. Take those 4 dice and divide them evenly, giving 2 to player 1 and 2 to player 2. Place the multiplication chart off to the side so both players can reach it easily, but keep it out of the direct playing area in the middle of the table. The core objective of the game is to correctly identify the product of 2 numbers. To win the overall game, you need to be the first player to accumulate 10 points. Playing to 10 points keeps the round short enough for a quick warm-up, while giving both players enough time to find a rhythm. Now we can start the round. Both players take their pair of dice and roll them onto the table simultaneously. As soon as the dice land, each player must quickly identify the individual values they rolled. This text outlines our example round. Player 1 rolls at 2 and 4, while player 2 rolls a 3 and 5. Before multiplying, each player actively adds their own dice together. This is where most errors happen. Looking back at our roll, player 1 adds 2 and 4 to get a sum of 6. Player 2 adds 3 and 5 to get a sum of 8. This preliminary addition phase acts as a dynamic randomizer, ensuring that players regularly encounter higher-level multiplication facts all the way up to 12. Now for the main challenge. Both players take those 2 sums, 6 and 8, and mentally multiply them together. The first player to calculate the product must quickly reach out and physically slap the center pile of dice. But slapping is only half the job. That player must immediately shout their answer out loud, in this case, 48. This chart shows how to verify the answer. You trace the column for 6 and the row for 8 until they intersect at 48. Because you have to slap and shout at the same time, you have to be sure of your calculation before you make your move. If the answer is verified as correct on the chart, the slapping player earns exactly 1 point. Naturally, players might be tempted to slap the dice early just to buy themselves extra time while they guess the answer. To prevent that, shouting an incorrect answer results in an immediate penalty, the loss of 1 point from their total score. This also triggers a steal. The opponent now has the opportunity to slap the dice and provide the correct answer to claim the point for themselves. If neither player can determine the correct answer, the round is simply over. You pick up the dice and start a new round. This penalty system keeps the game balanced, ensuring it rewards mathematical certainty and accuracy rather than just blind speed. A complete turn always follows the exact same 5 steps: roll, add, multiply, slap, and shout. If you are playing with early learners, you can simplify the rules. Just use 1 die per player and multiply those 2 numbers directly, skipping the addition step. Keep repeating this cycle. The first player to successfully reach 10 points wins the game. So grab some dice, find a partner, and get ready to bring some real excitement back to your math practice. It is a simple way to replace the quiet of a worksheet with a bit of noise, laughter, and real conversation about how the numbers work.